Hey guys, Rock and Roll back with some more Hero Colosseum. Now last time I finished off the 7-star battle, so this time I'm going to jump into the 6-star ones with a deck comprised of all new figures. So we are starting off with the SR Trunks. As you know, I'm not a big fan of any of this update really, in general. But it gives some decent buffs, especially with Supreme Kai of Time on the field. I wish he had another trigger square so that you could run 2 of them. It would make it a lot better if he just triggered in 2 places, but we don't get nice things. I'm going with the SR Supreme Kai of Time because she's arguably the best one out of all of them. 40% reduction to damage you take, and she restores 30% HP at the end of turn 4, and because she's a back right, that gives her a lot of power defensively. She's not much for attack, but that's not what she's there for. We're going with Future Gohan because, I mean, he is one of the bright sparks in this absolute shithole that is this update. Good buffer for the team, great support. Stats are weird, but it'll do. Toa, because why not? Nothing really. There's not really a lot of great choice for this one. The supervillains suck, so I thought I'd go with the new Toa. Reasonably bulky. She heals as well, so that's not bad. And finally, we're going with the new Bardock, the speedier version. I plan for him and Future Gohan to come out after a few turns, with these 3 starting on the field, sort of Toa, Supreme Kai Time, and Trunks. Let's see how this goes. I'm trying to make some more decks to be a bit more creative. 20-point challenge, I've had a few people request for that to come back, that will. I want to clear through all the free battles first, and then I'll go back to doing some of the more interesting stuff that I enjoy as well as you do. So, right, that, and that. Now, I'm not honestly sure how this deck will do. It's designed, I want to go second to begin with, until basically I'm throwing Bardock and Gohan on the field. At which point, I want to go first, but for now, I'm running sort of up second skills on a lot of these guys, so how much will Toa take here? That's good, that's good, that is good. And Raditz, 3-1, okay, that's not too bad. Toa, again, different trigger squares and she's good. There's so many that have just bad trigger squares. Like, the new supervillain Golden Frieza, he's an end figure. If he triggered back right or back left, he'd be really good. But because he triggers front right, he sucks. Well, he wouldn't be really good if he triggered back right. He'd be a lot better. We don't take counters here because it's against the AI. Wow, you guys are pussies. None of you do any damage. You're all shit. I know I didn't build you guys to do the damage, but I built these 2 to do the damage. They are getting buffed up, by the way, because of Trunks. That is the one saving grace of him. He does give 350 speed to all allies, so that includes these 2. So they're buffing up their speed, and these guys are just getting buffs to all of their stats. Right, we'll just go with that again. You know, it's not a bad setup, to be fair. If you make all 3 of these have UR stats, then it would actually be a fair... Why am I getting all high numbers? I don't want them. It would actually be a fairly solid rotation. If they had UR stats and sort of properly distributed, it would be a solid rotation. Toa putting in some work. I say, her trigger square is just... being a front center only is such a bad way to design a figure this day and age. Also, why are so many figures in this update just single slot ones, or specifically all their front ones? Why are there so few that are actually triggering the back? I don't like it when new figures have single trigger squares. I think it's a really poor decision. Simply because it restricts you so much. If you're going to have a front middle, they've got to have a back row square as well. And to be honest, I don't think anyone should have just one. I mean, why has Gohan here got 3 and this Bardock's only got 1? That literally makes no sense at all. Also, these guys are tanking pretty well. I mean, I know that Vegeta has fuck all for attack. God, we've barely done any damage. You know, if Toa can live until turn 4, we'll actually heal her up with Supreme Kai of Time, won't we? Yeah, this deck is just... It's not bad. It's... Against the AI, it's fine. It's just against an actual person, it would get absolutely shreked because it's just not good. Like, we literally have 2 good figures and they're sitting on the bench. Like I say, with UR stats, this would be a fairly solid setup, to be honest. The Trunks could be very solid. And to be honest, I've got nothing wrong with them making figures that interact with other figures. So Trunks sort of getting that extra boost because there's a Supreme Kai of Time on the field. I like that. I think that's actually a good idea. But you've got to make both figures good enough to want to actually run that. And they're not. That Supreme Kai of Time is the best one out of all of them they've released, I think. Which is very sad when you think about it. Hey! Chronoa gets the kill. That's still one of the best animations, I think, that little finish there. Well, we got the first kill. What turn is it now? It's turn 4. You see, look, he's got 1 trigger square. She's got 1 trigger square. The Supreme Kai of Time URs have only got 1 trigger square, I think. Yeah. He's got 1 trigger square. It's ridiculous. Why? Who made this decision? Like, I can't understand that. I really want to pull a couple more of these, because I just want to run a rotation of them. Because it would be funny. But, there's just so many poor decisions in this update. Okay, Toa's dead. That's a shame. I was kind of hoping she'd live 1 more turn to get that sweet heal from Chronoa, but... I probably should have swapped her position, but, you know. Please, Vegeta, have mercy on Toa. She knows not what she's done. We're actually tanking well, simply because his figures have shit attack. The Saibaman's figures just don't do anything, really. Yep, rip Toa. That's a shame. She's dead, but she's lost 700 defense as well, and she can't move. That's quite unfortunate. Yeah, I've actually got to start putting a proper team on the field next turn, haven't I? You know, Trunks is actually getting quite a few counters as well. Can you get the kill here? Doubtful, but... To be honest, you could probably run her with... Oh shit. Didn't mean to do that. Definitely with in a Vados Wii stack. Because, to be honest, you could for a couple turns use her just to make sure... You wouldn't be taking damage, but you wouldn't be dishing out particularly much either. You can get off the field now. You can go there. You can go there. See, that's pretty good. The buffs that these two have been getting is pretty good to their speed. I mean, that puts them over 11k speed together. Right, everybody else gets attack. Everybody gets attack and some speed. We've also got quite some nice buffs in place from our character skills. I'm running the Android 21 outfit as well, because I think it's pretty cool. Looks pretty good, I like it. Alright, who's going to get the kills then? Bardock should kill Raditz here? Question mark? Oh dear, that was nowhere near as good as I was expecting. I know this is the speed Bardock, but I thought his attack was going to be good enough. Gohan? Oh dear. The problem is I've got such high expectations off of previous figures that these guys putting up such shit numbers is really bad. I think Gohan dies here. Actually, no, he's got good defense. He could live, yeah. He ain't moving now. He's actually been double forced to not move because his own passive means he won't move. Sorry. Well, we live. We don't get a super attack, unfortunately. Yeah, their numbers are not good enough. This is what I said. I know they're supposed to be support units, but these numbers just aren't good enough. To be a support unit, you've got to be something like Vados. You've got to be able to stick around, or you've got to have a back trigger square. These guys don't have that. They're too squishy. And the thing is, this Bardock, look at his trigger square. Think of how many good things go there. It's just a bad update. I can't... If you can defend this somehow, I don't know. I don't know how you can defend it, in all honesty. Like, if you look at the update we got before, the Android 21 update, think of all the good stuff we got out of that. The Android 21, the Gogetas, we got the End of Z Goku, we got the Majub and the Oob. We got so many good figures in that update. I mean, if you did a best 5 from this update team, and you did the same for the past one, it wouldn't even be close. Ooh, please kill him. Thank you. You're dead anyway, but I don't really care at this point. I'm really past the point of caring about these figures dying or living. Trunks has got a counterattack nearly every turn. That's pretty impressive. Unfortunately, I never get the counters when I actually want them. Well, that was brutal. There we go. I think we kill him this turn, but I can't be sure. I don't even know how long this video's been going. This video's probably been going way longer than it should have done. Considering this is a 6-star battle. Alright, Bardock, how much do you do this turn? 7, 8, that's not bad. He's only been on the field a few turns. Not terrible, that's all. I know that Trunks has SR stats, so I can't be too harsh on him, but the Bardock I can be. I like him. I like the slow version better, to be fair. But, nah, he's just not good enough. Like I say, right, let's just clear out these 3. Look at the latest update. Descending. Right, who else gets in there for top 5 of this update? I suppose you? I suppose you do that? Mira in the right circumstances, I guess? And you? Maybe? You? I don't know. What have we got? I think it would have to be her. I think that would have to be our best 5 team. I think. Now let's compare that to previous update team, which starts with Android 21. So we go with Android 21. We go with End of Z Goku. We go with Omega Shenron. We go with Oob. Not that Oob specifically, the other one, but I can't be choosy. And we go with Majub. Right. Compare that team to that team. That says it all. These are your basically... You've got to look at the top 5 figures to lead the way for your update. This is your top 5 figures for that update. I don't have all of them on this account, actually. I need to check, make sure that I'm not missing any of them. But that's your 5 against this 5. This 5 will kick the ever-loving shit out of this team. I mean, you've got arguably the best... You've got a top 3 figure there. That is a top 3 figure. That is a top 10 figure easy. She is variable depending upon who you're against, but she is very good regardless. Oob is fantastic. Especially because, oh look, he has a back trigger square. And he can buff himself based on his allies getting hit. And this Oob is really good as well, because he has a save, so he goes to 1 HP. Which means that he can take a sort of deadly attack, basically. And he gets a buff when he's at low HP. This is what I'm talking about. When I say how good the previous update was to this one, all 5 of these figures are fantastic. All 5 of them can be used in decks. Who the hell uses any of these figures? Who the living hell would use any of these when you've got figures like these? And look at their trigger squares. All the front 3. Okay, that's what Gohan has. Back middle, top left. Front middle, back right. Front middle, back left. Both of the front left and front right. Those trigger squares are great. Look at this shit show. Okay, that's solid. You're struggling for him because he's competing against some very good figures. But they're okay. That's shit because his opposing skill limits him too much. Your opponent sees Mira, they just go, well, I'm not going to put anything up against him. Then he can't get his passive. Future Gohan. Okay, that's good. Not good enough because he's a support unit and not a very sort of bulky one. He needs back trigger squares. She probably has the best trigger squares of anyone. And this Bardock has 1. There is no way this can act... I mean, what was the previous update then? If we look before this set. Okay, Rubrion was there. Look, we got Evolution Blue Vegeta, both of them. This Gogeta is a solid 01 skill user. This UI Goku is pretty good when you look at him. You had Broly, you had Gogeta, Kefla. Actually, did Kefla come in that one? I'm looking at the numbers. I can't be sure, in all honesty. It might not have been Kefla, it might have been from Gogeta here. Correct me if I'm wrong. But still, my point still stands. Look at these figures. They're just so... I mean, we got the 2 Golden Friezas. We actually got good R figures in there as well. R figures that are better than the shit show that you get in here. Of course, for the previous update, I even forgot to say about EX Gogetas and the EX Android 21 figures. You could actually make 2 teams worth of good figures from the previous update. You can't even make 1 good team's worth of figures from this update. Like I say, it's disappointing, and I can't see us getting another update to it. I can't. And if this is what the final update looks like, it's a real disappointment. It is a real disappointment, and I've gone on a complete rant again about this update, but it just makes me so mad every time that I have to look at these new figures and think, wow, they really fucked these up. That might be a video to do, just fixing these figures, fixing this update, because the thing is, that annoys me more, to be honest, the framework's there. If you look at a lot of these figures, the framework is there. There's a solid base to work from. They just fucked it up from there. For example, this Bardock, if you look at his posing skill, is very good. His stats and trigger squares let him down. Same with Gohan. Same with this Bardock. Actually, this Bardock is all about his posing skill. Now, you just need to change where it says, after turn order has been decided. Remove that part of it, And that is suddenly a very good figure, reducing your opponent's stats, but also reducing your ally's speed behind you to 0 before the turn order. That is suddenly good. He has literally been made in this current form so that Mira has somebody that will probably weaken the enemy in front of them enough for him to kill him. That is the only reason this Bardock exists in this form. So that he actually is partially more viable. That's shit. Remove after the turn order. This Bardock is actually solid. Even this figure itself with his weird ass stats is solid. This update is terrible, but it would be so easy to fix. And I know that there's guys out there that would agree with me that there's potential here. The potential was here. Hell, even if you look at this Angel or this supervillain Golden Frieza, that's not a bad posing skill. But he's front right. Why is he front right? He has no hope of living. He has 300 speed. Who decided this? Seriously. I've ranted about this for so many different videos now, but it just does irritate me so much that you can go from one of the best updates the game has seen to the worst. And I do mean that. I do think that is one of the best ones. I don't know if it's the best one. I think there are previous updates that are slightly better, but that is damn close. With these 5 figures alone, with the Gogeta on top, the Golden Frieza, oh no, Golden Frieza was the previous one, wasn't it? Sorry. But, I mean, like I say, the EX braking, I thought EX braking was going to be a big feature, but obviously not. Anyway. I've ranted on way longer than I should have done. God knows how long this video is now, and all I've done is one free battle. But, yeah. Thanks for watching. It is disappointing. It really is. Like I say, I can't see us getting another update, so this is the last thing we will get for this game. And that is really going out with a whimper. Really is disappointing. And I can't see how people can defend this update, in all honesty. There's just nothing here. It's bad. I mean, this is probably one of the better cards in this update, and it's a meme, basically. This Hercule. Fucking Super Saiyan Hercule. It's ridiculous. But anyway, I'll end it there. I've kept you long enough. If you've stuck around for all of that ranting, thank you. I do appreciate that, and I do question your sanity. But thank you all again, and I'll see you next time.